Hello to my Leos. All right, Leos. All right, Leos. Hopefully you all are having a great weekend. All right, Leos, let's get right into your reading. Talking about your creativity, like uncovering secret gifts that you either forgot about or didn't know that you had, like discovering that part of yourselves, your creativity. Let's get into it. Set the tone for your reading, Leos. I'm a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships, right? And it's really about sifting through them. Right? Sifting through them. So people are attracted to your light. That's what it's telling me. People are attracted to your light, but you got to be able to sift through it. And this speaks to taking off the cape. Super Leo cape. All right, I've already prayed over your cards. So if you're a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships, that would mean that you don't have a problem fully closing out relationships with energies that you're not in harmony with. You're not being fake and phony with them. You're not lying to them about something. You're just closing out cycles. You're moving on. You're okay. You're okay if they talk about you behind your back. You're all right with it. You're okay. I'm closing it out. I'm okay. I'm confident, right? Right? I'm confident. You don't let something sit in you and grow until you're about to burst and end up, limiting your own abundance and prosperity. That's the opposite. That's the Empress energy in reverse, limiting your own abundance because you've been holding on to something. Whatever it is you're holding on to, you feel like somebody, because this is abundance and prosperity, so this could be speaking in somebody's growth, like in terms of like the workplace or something. Like you feel like somebody blocked your blessing, like in terms of a job, or somebody, maybe have created something to secretly do something to stop your abundance or your prosperity, or maybe your kids' abundance and prosperity. They feel like you want to help somebody. They want to say, okay, well, I want you to put your super person cape on. So I'm gonna create something that's gonna disrupt your growth in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Right. So that's what you have in common with energies who are trying to thrive behind closed doors. That's what you have in common. That happens a lot with people who are trying to thrive. So when somebody wants to get them a helping hand, to help somebody, people want to make things harder for them, right? Want to make something harder for them. Like to go through a rebirth, right? Let's see if we can put them in a karmic cycle, lower their abundance and their prosperity, lower their self-worth, lower their money, lower this, put two people in a karmic cycle, see how they're going to thrive. See how they thrive. This is what you have in common with, So this is how you're determining what pack you're running with. Remember, January we had a full moon in Cancer. We're not talking about any cancers that you know, whether you like cancers or do not like cancers. We're not talking about your ex who could be a Cancer. We're on ex-friend, ex-love interest, ex-whomever, ex. We are not talking about any ex-whomever who is a Cancer. We're talking about if you have Cancer in your birth chart. Your sign and Cancers are the only signs that's not ruled by planets, right? Cancer is ruled by the moon. So this right here will expose your secret enemies. These are energies who have been in secret. They don't want you to thrive. So they join in with energies who talk about people behind their back, and sources exposing who is doing what to lower people's value, lower their self-esteem, so they don't feel like they're worthy of having, asking for more money in a job interview. They don't feel like they're worthy of X, Y, and Z. Source is showing you who is running with whom. Source is showing you, who your enemies are. Like, wake up. That's why Source says slow down. Get into hermit mode. So it's just showing you who your enemies are, because y'all have the same common enemies. So these are energies who are getting their downloads through dreams. They have a belief system about something, because it's the opposite of this is psychic energy, right? So they go into hermit mode, so a light can turn on in hermit mode. That's how some people are saving themselves. That's how they live in a softer life. They go into hermit mode, they mind their business, so they can get downloads, journal. Okay, I had a dream about such and such. Okay, now source showed me the physical evidence of something. Boom. Okay, then to stay away from certain energies. Move on. And you're like I said, something about your light exposes darkness. So this keeps coming back up for you all. Keeps coming up for your readings. Source is saying it's going to get to a point where it's going to be imperative for you all to close out cycles in love. If you got an issue with anybody, forgive yourself for taking so long as a fixed sign to close out a cycle. I would say this to any fixed sign. That's you, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. Fixed signs could be fixated on that. A mutable sign would just go along with the flow. Okay, so they stop talking to me. Okay, I'll stop talking to them. They keep talking to me. Okay, I'll keep talking to them. There's danger. That's danger in there too. Cardinal signs. If they initiate a call to them, okay, then they're the one that's initiating it. So every zodiac sign could have an issue with closing out cycles, especially when your head and heart are at war with each other. If it's loved ones, but if you're sitting around talking about somebody behind their back, joining the crowd, source is saying to you, your value is being lowered too, because people are starting to see, okay, they don't trust you. Okay, so let's create something that's going to lower their value too. In other words, source is saying either you can choose which frequency you're on. You're going to choose what frequency you're on in the future. Choosing the frequency that you're on in the future. Somebody keeps falling for the bait. This is the Five of Wands. Somebody just keep being baited into stuff and keep falling for the bait. So, so here we have, you've already gone through a dark night of the soul. You've already gone through a dark night of the soul. Learn how to close out cycles. So you can go through your own rebirth. Okay, I can release this. I've gone through a rebirth. Something has ended. I'm closing out a cycle. I'm focusing on my own North Node. I'm out here trying to create something for myself. And your light is actually going to inspire and empower other people to find a light within themselves. That's what this is. That's what this is. It's going to inspire and motivate people to shine light within them, to find the light's going to turn on for them. So Source needs you to see something from a higher frequency. I keep trying to tell somebody, Source is going to make y'all sit down and take off that super Leo cape. For real. You're having a tower moment. You're having an awakening. A total recall of some things, right? So total recall is starting to think about your future. Somebody's having a total recall of like, okay, I remember when, I was trying to thrive, going into thrive mode. I had to decide which, it's like you're deciding what team you're on, really. Like it's like this lightning bolt is like being split. Like what side you're gonna fall on in this rebirth. What side are you gonna fall on in the rebirth? Right, so here we have Hangman. So something has been turned upside down. Something has been turned upside down. Right? And so a team, is coming together. A team is coming together. Yep. Here we got center stage here. Somebody center stage. Here we have the Page of Swords here because younger person has been an open book. Something is thrusting you right in, you and somebody right in the center stage about how you and somebody separated. Somebody fell for the bait of something and how something is coming out. Something is coming out. Somebody is an open book. So here we have the Strength card. The Ten of Cups here. So it's like two people were holding on to something. Two people were holding on to something for a long time about their parents, like some kind of rage or something. Two people were holding on to some kind of rage about their parents. That's what I say, or a relationship their parents were in, or something. Somebody was holding on to something. Yeah, two people were holding on to something about a relationship their parents were in, and it's like a younger person is an open book. I don't know who the younger person is, but somebody was telling everything. Here we have inner power. So, give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. So, you never know who this person is. Younger. It could be several younger people, but yeah, somebody is feeling victorious right now. Somebody's feeling pretty victorious right now. Here we have faith. Have faith in your dreams. Yeah, have faith in your dreams. And building third eye strength. Building third eye strength. That's what somebody is doing, learning how to build their third eye strength. So this is what you have in common, looks like, with quite a few people. It's almost like when we have the Tower card here, is people's first impression of you, right? People could have an impression of you, right? Because first house speaks to personality, temperament, appearance, self-image, first impression, self-awareness, outlook on life. Y'all know what I'm saying, Leos? It could literally be like somebody, would you see people online and how judgmental of people who like maybe date other cultures or like date people of the same, y'all know what I'm saying, like anything that would if something was brought to light, it would lower someone's value, right? It would lower someone's value, whether it's true or not. It would just lower someone's value. I just heard something about a celebrity the other day, which it doesn't matter which celebrity. It's always celebrity news everywhere. But anyway, that doing that kind of stuff. Two energies, two karmics did something to team up with somebody to lower two people's value. But it literally is like having somebody who is bitter. I mean, a bitter, ex-friends, ex-love interest, ex-whomever, ex-colleagues, who sometimes you don't know until you know, like, and it's exposed. That's why I talk about, like, when planets are retrograde, slow down. Slow down. Slow down. You could have thought a relationship was over, a friendship was over. You could have thought something closed out. You moved on. But you could have been still holding on to something you didn't realize you were holding on to, and then bam, because somebody was obsessed. That's a karmic cycle. So when you're closing out cycles, close out the cycle in love. Close it out. See it from a higher frequency. Go into hermit mode. You don't need to be running like, you know what I'm saying, like here, there, everywhere. So that's what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do. Trust. Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Trusting you to know how to handle them. So yeah, closing out cycles in love doesn't mean that you ever have to talk to somebody again. Everything on planet Earth is connected. You don't ever have to talk to people again. You could literally move to a different continent and cut everybody off if you want to. As long as you, whatever you need to do for your mental and physical health to heal from all of this talking about you behind your back, in order for you to thrive and find your tribe or your community of energies, where you don't have to feel like you're walking around on eggshells and people are getting the wrong idea about you. So that's what somebody is learning. That's what somebody is learning. So some of you all could be moving to where you were raised. Some of you all could be relocating to other places. Some people could be staying where they are. But wherever you go, people are going to have a first impression of you. And it's not always the best impression. So that's what somebody is looking at. Look to the stars. Yep, look to the stars. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is extremely helpful for you. Yep, so this video is for the 5th through the 12th. The 5th to the 12th of April. So yeah, getting ready for full moon energy. But that is what I have for you. All right, bye.